Air is everywhere around us. We breathe it every second, yet most people never think of it as a powerful source of energy. Compressed air powers pneumatic drills, automotive repair shops, factory production lines, paint spraying systems, construction equipment, dental tools, trains, industrial automation, and countless other machines. At the heart of all these systems is one essential machine, the air compressor. An air compressor is a device whose main purpose is to compress air or another gas. In simple terms, it takes a large volume of air at normal atmospheric pressure and squeezes it into a much smaller space. As the volume decreases, the pressure increases, storing energy that can later be used to power tools, machines, and industrial equipment. To understand how a compressor works, we first need to understand what compressed air actually is. Air consists of billions upon billions of tiny molecules moving randomly in every direction. Under normal atmospheric conditions, these molecules have relatively large spaces between them. When the same number of molecules is forced into a smaller volume, they collide with each other much more frequently. These increased collisions create higher pressure. An air compressor doesn't create air, it simply raises its pressure by packing the same amount of air into a smaller space. Once compressed, the air is usually stored inside a pressure vessel, often called an air receiver tank. This tank acts like an energy reservoir. Because of it, the compressor doesn't have to run continuously. When the pressure inside the tank reaches a preset level, the compressor automatically shuts off. As compressed air is used and the pressure drops, the compressor starts again to refill the tank. If you like similar educational content, please like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends. One surprising fact is that compressing air produces a large amount of heat. This happens because the air molecules are forced closer together, increasing their energy and temperature. As a result, the air leaving the compressor can become extremely hot. Industrial compressors often include aftercoolers that cool the compressed air before it continues through the system. There are many different types of compressors. Some use pistons, others rely on rotating screws, sliding vanes, scroll mechanisms, or even centrifugal force. Although their internal designs look very different, they all perform the same basic task, compressing air as efficiently as possible. The most familiar type of air compressor is the reciprocating piston compressor. Its operating principle is surprisingly similar to that of a car engine. However, instead of burning fuel to produce power, it simply draws in air and compresses it. Inside the compressor is a cylinder containing a piston. The piston is connected to a connecting rod, which turns a crankshaft driven by an electric motor, or, in some cases, a gasoline or diesel engine. As the crankshaft rotates, the piston moves up and down inside the cylinder. The entire process consists of two main strokes. The first is the intake stroke. As the piston moves downward, the volume inside the cylinder increases, causing the pressure to drop below atmospheric pressure. This pressure difference opens the intake valve, allowing outside air to flow through an air filter into the cylinder. Once the piston reaches the bottom of its stroke, it begins moving upward. This is the compression stroke. As the piston rises, it forces the trapped air into an increasingly smaller space. The air pressure rises rapidly, and the air becomes significantly hotter as it is compressed. When the pressure inside the cylinder exceeds the pressure inside the air receiver tank, the discharge valve opens automatically, allowing the compressed air to flow into the storage tank. The valve then closes, and the entire cycle repeats, often several times every second. Smaller compressors usually perform compression in a single cylinder. Larger industrial machines often use multi-cylinder or two-stage compressors. In a two-stage compressor, the air is not compressed to its final pressure in a single step. Instead, it first passes through a low-pressure cylinder, where it is partially compressed. The air is then cooled inside an intercooler before entering a high-pressure cylinder, which compresses it to its final pressure. This process is much more efficient. Cooling the air between compression stages reduces the amount of energy needed for further compression, while also preventing excessive overheating. Another critical part of every compressor is lubrication. The moving piston, crankshaft, bearings, and connecting rod all generate friction. Without proper lubrication, these components would wear out very quickly. Many compressors therefore use oil to lubricate their internal parts. Others, especially those used in hospitals, laboratories, food processing, and pharmaceutical manufacturing, are designed as oil-free compressors, ensuring that the compressed air remains completely clean. After leaving the compressor, the hot compressed air often passes through an aftercooler, where it is cooled. As the air temperature drops, water vapor condenses into liquid water. This moisture is removed using moisture separators and air dryers, preventing corrosion, freezing, and damage to pneumatic equipment. Although reciprocating compressors are still widely used, most modern factories rely on rotary screw compressors. They are quieter, more reliable, and capable of supplying large amounts of compressed air continuously for many hours a day. Inside a rotary screw compressor are two precisely machined helical rotors. One is the driving rotor, and the other is the driven rotor. They rotate in opposite directions with an extremely small clearance between them, often less than a millimeter. As the rotors begin to turn, they trap outside air between their helical grooves. While the air moves toward the outlet, the space between the rotors gradually becomes smaller. The trapped air is compressed into a decreasing volume, causing its pressure to rise continuously. Unlike a piston compressor, there are no separate intake and compression strokes. Instead, compression takes place continuously, producing a smooth, steady flow of compressed air with very little pressure pulsation. This makes rotary screw compressors ideal for factories and industrial facilities that require a constant air supply. Many rotary screw compressors also use oil injection. The oil serves several important purposes. It lubricates the moving parts, seals the tiny gaps between the rotors, removes heat generated during compression, and improves the overall efficiency of the machine. After compression, the oil is separated from the compressed air inside an oil separator, cooled, filtered, and returned to the compressor for reuse. Besides piston and screw compressors, several other compressor designs are used in specialized applications. Rotary vane compressors use a rotor fitted with sliding vanes that move inside an eccentric housing. As the rotor spins, the spaces between the vanes become progressively smaller, compressing the trapped air. Scroll compressors use two spiral-shaped elements. One spiral remains stationary, while the other moves in a small orbital motion. Air becomes trapped between the spirals and is gradually compressed as it moves toward the center. Scroll compressors are extremely quiet and efficient, making them popular in air conditioning systems, heat pumps, and refrigeration equipment. For applications requiring extremely large airflow rates, industries often use centrifugal compressors. These operate on a completely different principle. A high-speed rotating impeller accelerates the air to very high velocity. The air then passes through a diffuser, where its kinetic energy is converted into pressure. Centrifugal compressors are commonly found in power plants, chemical processing facilities, natural gas plants, and large industrial operations. In most industrial systems, however, the compressor is only the beginning. After compression, the air passes through filters, aftercoolers, air dryers, receiver tanks, pressure regulators, and distribution pipelines, before finally reaching the machines that use it. These components ensure that the compressed air is clean, dry, and delivered at exactly the right pressure for each application. Air compressors are used almost everywhere in modern life, even though most people rarely notice them. In factories, they power pneumatic cylinders, robotic production lines, packaging equipment, conveyor systems, and automated manufacturing machines. In automotive repair shops, compressed air operates impact wrenches, spray guns, tire inflation systems, and countless pneumatic tools. Construction sites also depend heavily on compressors. They supply compressed air for jackhammers, rock drills, nail guns, sandblasting equipment, and many other portable tools. Because compressed air is clean, safe, and easy to transport through pipelines, it has become one of the most widely used energy sources in industry. Hospitals and laboratories use specially designed oil-free compressors to provide clean compressed air for ventilators, dental equipment, surgical instruments, and medical devices where even tiny traces of oil could be unacceptable. Compressed air is also essential in food processing, pharmaceutical manufacturing, electronics production, and many other industries where product quality depends on perfectly clean and dry air. Because of its importance, compressed air is often called the fourth utility, alongside electricity, water, and natural gas. Many factories simply could not operate without it. However, compressed air also has disadvantages. Compressing air requires a significant amount of electricity, making compressors one of the largest energy consumers in many industrial facilities. In fact, only a portion of the electrical energy supplied to a compressor is converted into useful compressed air energy. Much of the rest becomes heat, which is why compressors require effective cooling systems. Air leaks are another major issue. Even a small leak in a compressed air system can waste a surprising amount of energy over time. Large industrial plants therefore perform regular leak inspections and maintenance to improve efficiency and reduce operating costs. Understanding how compressors work reveals just how essential they are to modern industry. From small home workshops to massive manufacturing plants, these machines provide one of the most versatile and reliable sources of power used around the world.